Is Dubai's glitzy, glamorous image hiding some unsettling secrets? Today, we're peeling back the layers to uncover the darker side of this luxury paradise. From hidden poverty to environmental challenges, join us as we explore the realities behind the shine of Dubai. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. 1. Labor exploitation. Dubai's rapid growth and development have been built largely on the back of migrant labor. Many workers come from countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Philippines, lured by the promise of better wages. However, once they arrive, they often face harsh working conditions, low pay, and long hours. Many live in cramped, substandard accommodations, far from the luxury associated with the city. Their passports are frequently confiscated by employers, effectively trapping them in their jobs, unable to leave the country or switch employers. Despite international criticism, these labor practices continue, highlighting the exploitation that fuels Dubai's skyscrapers and lavish projects. 2. Human rights concerns. Dubai's legal system has been criticized for its lack of transparency and harsh punishments, often based on strict interpretations of Islamic law. Foreigners and residents alike can be subjected to severe legal repercussions for actions that might be considered minor offenses elsewhere, such as public displays of affection, drinking alcohol without a license, or criticizing the government. Reports of arbitrary detentions, lack of due process, and restrictions on freedom of speech and assembly paint a picture of a city where personal freedoms are limited and human rights can be compromised. 3. Environmental impact. Dubai's rapid urbanization and ambitious development projects have significantly impacted the environment, raising concerns about sustainability. The city's expansion has led to extensive land reclamation efforts, such as the construction of the Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands, which involve dredging millions of tons of sand from the Persian Gulf. These projects have disrupted marine ecosystems, affecting coral reefs and mangrove habitats vital for biodiversity. The artificial islands have also altered natural water currents and increased coastal erosion, causing long-term damage to the marine environment. Additionally, Dubai's desert climate makes it heavily reliant on desalination to meet its water needs, a process that is not only energy-intensive, but also harmful to marine life, due to the discharge of highly concentrated salt brine back into the ocean. Beyond water concerns, Dubai's urban sprawl contributes to high energy consumption and carbon emissions. The city's hot climate necessitates constant air conditioning, making it one of the highest per capita energy consumers in the world. The demand for electricity and cooling, coupled with the reliance on fossil fuels, results in significant greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to global climate change. The construction of skyscrapers, luxury hotels, and shopping malls further exacerbates this environmental footprint, as these buildings require vast amounts of resources and energy. Despite some efforts to promote green building standards and renewable energy, the overall environmental impact of Dubai's growth remains substantial. As the city continues to position itself as a leading global destination, balancing economic ambitions with environmental sustainability is a critical challenge that needs to be addressed to ensure the long-term health of the region's ecosystem and the well-being of its inhabitants. 4. Debt and economic disparity. While Dubai is known for its wealth and luxury, not all residents share in this prosperity. A significant portion of the population lives under financial strain, with many expatriates and locals alike struggling to keep up with the high cost of living. Dubai's economy is heavily dependent on tourism, real estate, and foreign investment, making it vulnerable to economic downturns. When financial crises hit, as they did in 2008, many people find themselves unable to pay off debts, leading to a rise in personal bankruptcies and, in some cases, jail time for debt defaulters, as debt is criminalized under UAE law. 5. Cultural censorship. Despite its international appeal, Dubai maintains strict control over cultural expression and media. The government censors content that it deems offensive or inconsistent with Islamic values, including certain books, movies, websites, and social media posts. Artists, filmmakers, and journalists may face restrictions or penalties for content that is critical of the government or touches on sensitive topics like politics, religion, or human rights. This censorship limits free expression and creates a controlled environment that contrasts sharply with the city's image as a global cosmopolitan hub. 6. Sex tourism and human trafficking. Beneath Dubai's polished exterior lies a hidden world of sex tourism and human trafficking. Despite strict laws against prostitution, the city has gained a reputation as a destination for illicit activities, catering to wealthy visitors and businessmen. Reports suggest that women are trafficked into Dubai under false pretenses and then forced into the sex trade. The underground nature of these activities makes it difficult for authorities to tackle the issue effectively, and victims often find themselves with limited options for escape or legal recourse. 7. Social inequality. Dubai's society is marked by stark social inequalities, often along racial and economic lines. Wealthy expatriates and Emirati citizens enjoy a high standard of living, access to luxury amenities, and social privileges. In contrast, migrant workers and lower-income residents face discrimination, limited access to social services, and a lack of legal protections. The city's emphasis on wealth and status creates an environment where social inequality is both visible and systemic, affecting everything from housing to healthcare to education. 8. Lack of political freedom. Dubai, like the rest of the UAE, has a political system that limits participation and dissent. The government is an absolute monarchy, and political parties are banned. The ruling family holds significant power, and any form of political opposition is suppressed. Activists, journalists, and critics who speak out against the government risk imprisonment, deportation, or worse. This lack of political freedom means that residents and citizens have little say in the governance of the city, and there are few avenues for advocating for change. 9. Consumerism and materialism. Dubai's culture is heavily influenced by consumerism and materialism, driven by the city's focus on luxury, wealth, and status. Malls, high-end brands, and extravagant lifestyles dominate the city's social scene. This emphasis on material wealth can lead to societal pressures to conform to certain standards of success and appearance, contributing to financial stress and personal dissatisfaction. The focus on consumerism also diverts attention from more pressing social and environmental issues, reinforcing a cycle of consumption that is unsustainable in the long term. 10. Hidden poverty. Despite its reputation as a hub of wealth and luxury, Dubai conceals a stark reality of hidden poverty that contrasts sharply with its glamorous image. While tourists and residents see the towering skyscrapers, high-end shopping malls, and luxury cars, a significant portion of the population lives in conditions far from this opulence. Many of these individuals are migrant workers, drawn to Dubai by the promise of better job opportunities and higher wages. However, upon arrival, they often find themselves earning low wages that barely cover the high cost of living in the city. These workers typically live in overcrowded accommodations, sometimes housing 10 or more people in a single room, located on the outskirts of the city, away from the glittering urban center. They endure long working hours under harsh conditions, with little access to healthcare or legal protection. Their precarious economic situation is exacerbated by limited labor rights and the confiscation of passports by employers, effectively trapping them in a cycle of poverty with few avenues for escape. This hidden poverty in Dubai is not only a matter of income disparity, but also reflects broader social and economic inequalities. While the wealthy enjoy a range of privileges, including access to luxury goods, exclusive social events, and high-quality healthcare, the poorer residents are often excluded from these benefits. The city's focus on presenting a facade of prosperity means that issues of poverty are rarely acknowledged in public discourse, and there is a lack of social safety nets to support those in need. The stark divide between the rich and poor in Dubai highlights the underlying tensions in a city that prides itself on its modernity and success. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the darker side of Dubai. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. What surprised you the most about Dubai's hidden challenges? We'd love to hear from you.